Big city Dems are going socialist in liberal New York City. AOC and Bernie-backed Zoran Mamdani, a proud Democratic socialist, is surging, leading Andrew Cuomo for the first time, but it's just in one poll. And this, of course, is in the New York City mayoral race. Now, among Zoran's biggest socialist promises are freezing the rent, city-run grocery stores, and social workers to replace the police.
Freezing your rent as the next mayor of New York City.
And as mayor, I will create a network of city-owned grocery stores. I'll make childcare available to all New Yorkers at no cost.
Greg, what could go wrong? I think I'm all in for Zoran.
I am too. I would love to see social workers instead of cops, instead of handcuffs and pepper spray. They could bring pictures of their cats and their Dave Matthews CDs. That'll do it. I feel like the Democrat Party is on a kamikaze mission. You know, if the party's going to go down, we're going to take the whole ship with us. The remaining sane Democrats, if there are any, Jessica, you got to weigh the costs of sticking with these social justice suicide bombers because nobody wants this. It used to be cities were actually an actual sanctuary where you married commerce with security, safety in numbers, you could do business. It wasn't like the Wild West. Now it's worse than the Wild West. It's a magnet for mayhem. Sanctuary cities did that, where the worst behavior is rewarded and decent people live in terror. They don't even take public transportation. The left love to say, this is worse than 9/11, whether it's January 6th or Trump's reelection. I'm telling you, man, the Democrats under Bill de Blasio managed to do to New York City what al-Qaeda never could do, which is destroy our will to fight and destroy our will to live. If this guy even gets close to being elected, dude, you're going to see this. You're going to see this go to hell.
Well, the good news with Greg's analysis is Mr. Zoran is only ahead in one poll. Cuomo, the guy they chased out of the party, is ahead by double digits basically everywhere.
You know, you said it last segment. I've been trying to save New York City for years, but if they don't want to be saved, then screw them. I left. Everybody else is sitting here. You thought they hit rock bottom with de Blasio. How much worse can it get?
It's like Daniel Penny.
Sure.
Same analogy. It saves all these people's lives in the subway, and they charge him with murder.
Right. So they're just going to keep voting for dummies. And what? The rent keeps raising. Crime keeps going up. You can't drive anywhere here. There's migrants. Biden ejected about 1 million of them. And they're even considering voting for this guy. There's a famous quote, which I'm about to butcher, that says that normal people learn from their own mistakes and wise people learn from other people's mistakes.
Oh.
You'd think the Democrats in this city would look at San Francisco and say, I don't want to be them. But they're sitting here about to become San Francisco.
San Francisco's good now.
No, it's not.
My goodness. Okay.
You like Mayor Lurie.
Jessica, I want to ask you this.
The new mayor is
I don't
great.
even know who that is.
Jessica,
Well, that
okay,
reflects
on the
poorly on
subject
you.
of New York City, Jessica, Politico says this, so this is, not some right-wing publication. Politico says that Zoran's policies are a hit with affluent white voters, but not with Latino and Black Americans. That's who he wants to cater to. So are your friends, the affluent white voters, all in for Zoran?
No, I actually don't have one affluent white friend who's in for Zoran because most of my affluent white friends are Jewish. And they're backing Andrew Cuomo in this. And it's very rare that the New York Times and the New York Post agree. But they both wrote editorials saying don't even rank Mamdani because we have ranked choice here. And if the name is even on the ballot, even if it's number 4, that means that they'll be in the mix. And you've seen a lot of late-breaking endorsements from Hasidic leaders, like in Borough Park, for instance, who originally were going to rank Adrienne Adams number 1, now saying that they're going to rank Andrew Cuomo number 1. And I think that New York Times editorial, which is getting a lot of play and being passed around a lot, and Cuomo is using it as an endorsement of him. At best, it's a backhanded endorsement. But I think what they said about Mamdani's experience is important, that it's way too thin, and that he's doomed to repeat the bad ideas and mistakes of the de Blasio administration. So even if you're not concerned about the fact that he supports BDS and has expressed some anti-Semitic views, to put it lightly.
BDSM?
No, boycott, divest,
okay.
Not to buy from Israel. I mean, this is the biggest group Jewish population outside of Tel Aviv. It would be very hard for him to get through and become our mayor.
I think Jessica's exactly right. Emily.
Yes, me too. So he is exactly what is wrong with politics right now, specifically the Democrat Party. He comes in on a slick social media plan. He's actually done nothing for the state as part of the state assembly. Everything that he has done are things that he hasn't. So he refused to condemn the Holocaust twice, citing one time, oh, I'm running for mayor, so I can't, sorry.
He did?
Right, yes. And the list goes on. This guy is a blatant anti-Semite, but the whole point is AOC dancing with him on the float and all of his TikTok videos is that he's sort of sailing in on the sheen and the veneer of the trash that the Democratic Party loves, which is camera attention. So he has no idea how he's not going to pay for all of this stuff that will be free, but more importantly, he is really dangerous for this city. So everyone needs to, I can't believe I'm saying this, but vote for anyone like Cuomo over him, but then they need to get a good Republican candidate because the whole point, I'm sick of the argument, it's a buffet of socialism, a buffet of bad actors. Like, we need good people to run to save Gotham.
Yeah, the AOC Bernie Mamdani rally. That'll be a fun one. I won't be there. The media's left-wing agenda exposed. Fired ABC News reporter Terry Moran breaking his silence.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.